This is Liam Jarrett of the Aquarium.tv. We are doing a spring cleaning as we prepare for the spring equinox, which will commence tomorrow early day. I'm doing this on the night before. So what we want to do is we want to use the mutable water energies of Pisces, the season of which we're coming out of. We want to wash away that which we don't want to bring forward into the new year. They call this day the astrological New Year. So this is the astrological New Year's Eve, where we want to look back on the last year and like a game of golf, remembering the good shots and forgetting the bad ones. But not forgetting them fully, but learning from them and then applying this wisdom into the future. What do we have going on in the heavens? Mercury is behind the sun in Pisces. Mercury in Pisces is overwhelmed in a land it doesn't like to be. It would rather be in the opposite sign of Virgo. So Mercury in Pisces in the 12th house to the sun. Expect a year of more lies, confusion. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you that things are going to be more clear. But we are stepping more into the age of Aquarius, which is knowledge, gnosis. So that's a reason for hope. Themes of hope, of faith, belief, they dwell in the land of Pisces. So let us rid ourselves of our beliefs which are false and be humble enough. The suffering servant is Pisces. Let us be humble enough to admit when we're wrong and not hold on to something just because we built up so much around it that it's difficult to let go. My friends, Pisces teaches you to let go of your attachment to life. It's a great end. It's the end of the end, is Pisces. That's why, even though Jupiter has its home there, Venus exalted, the joy of Saturn is in Pisces. Why? Because it gets to end things. That's what Pisces does. We have cards that we're going to pick for this New Year celebration. Celebrate good times. Come on. We're going to have a celebration. And let us also mourn for those who we lost this year, those who are not with us to celebrate this Passover, the passing over into the new year. Which is why I celebrate Passover now. The story of Jesus is a paschal lamb sacrificial ritual we need to break out of. We got two cards that want to come to us. Diamonds is Earth, the Pentacle. So what's the Four of Pentacles? It's the Miser card. Holding on to Earth, life. Pisces is a letting go of life. Your attachment to life. And when you let go of your attachment to life, you also let go of your attachment to death. Give up your attachment to your idea of life, whatever that means to you. Let it go before you die. Die before you have to die. That'll make the Pisces trial a lot easier. Because when you do that, you've gained your victory over death as well. Where's thy sting, death? So let us not grasp on to our material possessions. Guess what? You're not taking them to the tomb with you. What are you taking to your tomb? Your soul. And how much of spirit is it filled with? And that will get you through the scales. And then we have the page and the Knight of Cups. For each one of these cards, we can also bring them to a major arcana. So the page or the knight would be the something of water. So what water cards are in our major arcana? The priestess. I like this as like the high priestess card. When the masculine, the priest, marries the church. That's why you ask a priest, are they married in the Catholic Church, which they know nothing about. They'll say they're married. That's why they can't get married to somebody else, because they're already married to the church. Well, you're married to the game. Some of us, are you single? You're not. You're married to fucking the game. Which game are you married to? The rat race of the material realm? Or are you married to the heavenly realm, which is eternal, outside of time and space, outside of light and dark, outside of life and death? Where is thy sting? The Jack of Hearts faces to the left, to his right. On the right side of the pillars of Joachim and Boaz, we find the dark pillar, Boaz, which is the feminine. So here's the masculine and the feminine united, so that it's not over masculinized. It's a man in touch with his soul, his heart. And when I say man, woman, think of masculine, feminine energies. Masculine energies active, light, gives order to the darkness. That's the motif of the hero slaying the darkness of chaos. The light of the masculine, fire, and then air, the mind, and communications, actions. To the feminine, of feelings, emotions, and earth. The 4 is a solid foundation in earth. We often say the 4 of Pentacles is the miser card, but it can also be the person who's taking care of their material realm, their health, their wealth. And now they're ready to move on outside of this city and to sell their wares, which is why we also have the Chariot card, which is the 4th sign of Cancer, which is him moving out on a cube in a box. Emotionally sound and mature, so now it could be potent in the world. 4 is also the Emperor energy. We're stepping into Aries tomorrow, which is, we're going to come out of Pisces, which is soft, solitude, dreaminess, into bam, the first spark of life, breath of air. Ra, the ram of Aries. Arise, Aries says. So tonight, when we go to sleep, let it be a deep sleep. And when we arise tomorrow, let us arise into our higher form of our self. The great I am is Aries. And that has been going through a real wounding process. The wounded warrior Chiron is in Aries, has been for the past year, will be for another few. Chiron moves slow, very slow. So Chiron in Aries is about the wounded warrior, which is Chiron, of Aries, the ego. So we may have some real ego blows that we're healing from, healing our wounds. And from those wounds, we gain strength. Not just for us, but for others. Libra. The full moon in Libra is when Easter Sunday commences, which I'm going to do a very special Easter service this year. You're going to want to tune in. Scorpios, Cancers, Pisces, to Earth, manifesting in the Earth. Where are we comfortable? Where are we not comfortable? In our physical realm, in our health. Is because we're probably not comfortable and happy and satisfied with our emotional soul work. So when we do our soul work, then our earthly, material, manifested world will be a reflection of that. Because everything starts in the dark and then it comes to the light. And then the Seven of Cups comes up, which is being overwhelmed with things to do. The Seven of Cups, I'm also being brought to think about the Star card for some reason, and the Chariot again, which I think is the 7th card of the tarot. It's asking us to be courageous. Or the Three of Spades, heartbreak. Because the Sword, Spade, heartbreak because of the way that we're thinking about things. We need to change the way that we think about what happened to us. Was I neglected? Was I made fun of? Was I not accepted? Was I abandoned? In love, when I showed myself and I was criticized. This is asking us to think about it in a different way. Stop overreacting to be secure in your divine self, to move forward, emotionally mature, to create a solid foundation, not one built on fear. Let our souls be courageous, and may our hearts be pure. These are the qualifications when our heart meets the feather on the scales of Ma'at in the judgment scene of the Egyptians. That's what we got judged upon, according to this narrative. Is our heart pure? Then your actions can never be wrong. They say good intentions pave the way to hell. Well, yes, because of procrastination, which is a very Piscean thing. This is also what the cards are saying. It's not procrastinate. But then everything happens in its good timing. So don't beat yourself up. Now is a very good time. Now is a very good time. All the plans are direct. Let us go. Let us go with forward in love and faith in yourself, in the universe that is tilted in your favor. Why? Because thou will be done. Tilt it in your favor. Sovereignty of spirituality is what we're pushing for here. Claim it. This is my year. This is my now. Fuck what you heard. Let's go. In grace. In peace. Peace that this world can't give us. Peace that is given from having a pure heart.